The BBC bosses have once again been caught red-handed, as on the one hand they claim that more people are paying the TV license, and on the other hand they say that we should expect more people to be prosecuted by the BBC police in 2022.
But we are seeing strong support for paying the licence fee, and I think that certainly is important.
So, clearly, the BBC is very, very popular these days, guys. It's so popular that more people are now paying the license fee, more people are rejoining the license fee package. It's such a good package. It's the best package in the history of the all packages that we've had, evidently. But they also say that they have an excuse. So, essentially, the executive of the BBC went to a select committee in Parliament, the House of Commons, and part of the DCMS select committee that we have, members of Parliament tried to come up with questions to get some sort of accountability and transparency from this organization, because essentially it's still controlled or owned by the taxpayer. But they say that in 2020, 2021, because of lockdown, they couldn't really go after a lot of people. And they're very sad about it because they want to go after people. So they say that on the one hand, more people are paying the taxpayer, the TV license. And on the other hand, they say, well, we expect to go back to the pre-lockdown days, which means the prosecutions are going to double up.
So, sorry, so could you just, so you expect to go back to previous roughly levels of prosecution from before, despite the strong support, or not?
Yes, I think that it wouldn't be unexpected for us.
So you are expecting to actually see probably a doubling in prosecutions from this year and last year, when you couldn't, as you say, have your enforcement officers out there in the coming years.
And I think what's important to recognise... Yes, I think that would be expected.
I'm not really sure that should be normal practice at this point. You know you're unpopular. You know that the people demand at least reform, if not complete, like a plan to abolish it. Because there's a lot of people from both the centre-right and centre-left who like the material that you guys have, or the content, some of the content that BBC produce. Some people have this nostalgia that the BBC is our representative on the international stage, because that's how we do things apparently. Soft power, right? Let's go with this soft power argument. If your content is so good, in terms of demand, if there's a demand, they will pay for it. People, whether you're going to have a Netflix subscription style, people will pay for it. Whether you have some sort of, tiny advertising kind of system. You don't have to go all out like Sky News when every 3 seconds you have an advert. You don't have to do it. There is some sort of compromise. The American media is even worse than Sky News. But a lot of especially in Nordic countries, when you look at some of the media channels that they have, they don't necessarily have every 2 minutes having adverts. So there is a compromise. You could do it. And if there is demand, people will watch it. So calm down. Stop doubling up prosecutions. It's embarrassing. You're currently unpopular, and going authoritarian is not the right solution. This is basically time right now to start this debate of changing the model. And Nadine Dorries has already started this discussion inside government. And hopefully by 2027, but that's when the license is going to expire, then we're going to see some sort of change. And I'm impatient like the rest of you. We are saying, why not now? Why can't we abolish it now? But unfortunately, that's not how the BBC Charter works. That's the problem with big governments. So subscribe to the channel. We're going to come back with more updates, including another BBC story later on, which actually implies that they have some sort of fake PR machine that believes in apologies. Fake apologies. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.